congratulations. Great to see you in this. And
thank you. It's all my own work.
Well, and you did a lovely job, of course, of course.
All the effects, yeah.
You did everything. You did the blood splattering. That was all you.
Yes. Threw it out of my bedroom.
Yes, exactly. Having been one of the very few people who was in the first film.
Who didn't die.
Did that give you a kind of a leg up?
Probably. I mean, truthfully, I only got to work with Sully maybe 2 days. I didn't do anything with Eva, and all the guys were all gone by the time I arrived. So I think they'd had months of it. So they obviously began to understand what it's about. I think that, obviously from doing the first one, I had an idea of what it entails to stand in the pukey green screen all day.
Yeah, I want to talk about the pukey green screen because I'm sorry, but that has to be a very difficult challenge for an actor to really, really use your imagination and think, some of the water, the battle scenes, that's freaking unbelievable. How do you wrap your mind around something like that?
I think the battle scenes or the kind of, because you at least are on a boat, and they've kind of got giant wind machines, so you can kind of, and you've got a sword in your hand, and you're kind of looking over here, and you're like, yes. Those moments are, you can feel it somewhere, and it takes real imagination, sort of child's play at that moment. So those bits are fun, and the fighting's great fun. It's when you've got like a half a boulder or a half a thing, and then you just see green and 20 guys smoking, and you're like, okay, this is gonna take some focus.
Exactly. And in Game of Thrones, you don't really get to pick up the swords. So in this one, you did. You must have been like so excited.
Yeah,
finally, yes, like pick up a sword.
Very happy. I was very happy. Only, mainly, because I have a 4-year-old son who thinks I'm now awesome. Not that he's seen the movie, by the way, before you arrest me, but he came to see the fight on set, and he was literally like, I could see him like, I'll do anything she says. And I was like, yes, it worked.
And I want to ask you too, because when you get into shape for something like this, yes, it's a physical, kind of movie and things that you've done, but how do you get into shape physically in terms of what you eat? How do you prepare that way? Is there anything special that you have to eat to keep your beautiful physique?
Oh, that's very kind of you, but you just kind of don't eat shit, It's like you just stay away from those things that you love, which is, for me, a bar of chocolate and a giant one, And I didn't drink any booze, it wasn't really, I did like a month of training, and I really got into it. I like kind of committing to something like that, and I find it really interesting the way your mind changes when you kind of leave all that and you start doing things you didn't think you could do. So I dig it, and it's nice. You're getting to work with someone like Mark Twight, who's amazing, who I could never afford to work with in my whole life, but you're getting this kind of knowledge from this great individual, so it's a real treasure.
Are you still kind of blown over by the success of Game of Thrones and how people have responded to that show?
Yeah, I don't think any of us were like, it's all, it's a surefire thing. It's just wonderful. But I know how much we all love making it, and I think that really translates for people, And also the themes in there, love and loss and fear and survival, and they're all universal, so.
Who can't relate?
Yeah, who can't relate to a lady with dragons?
Seriously, and a bastard son that you've made king now. Really,
and
come on,
zombies.
Get over it. You were amazing in this movie. My goodness, just love, and it's just stylized. I think that's why people really love this kind of stuff, because it's just so different and wonderful. But you did a great job, and keep up the great work on Game of Thrones too. We can't wait for season 4. Yeah.